is Ripple. Where do you stand on XRP then?
Well, I mean, we don't like to speak about any individual token because as an exchange, we like to remain market neutral. But Ripple is one of the tokens that trades on our exchange, and it has gone through review, an ongoing review.
Hey, Bill, another question from BK here. I'm curious, when I look at what you're doing there, it reminds me very much of the early E-Trades in Schwab's. Do you think of yourself more of a kind of a retail, hey, I don't want to use the word brokerage, but let's call it a retail portal to this ecosystem that ultimately you'll look more like a brokerage firm rather than an exchange?
Well, I mean, Bittrex has a lot of different services that we provide, so we're looking at expanding both the retail footprint of our exchange as well as the institutional trading side of it. I think you need to, for those of us who are thinking about the ecosystem long term, we really need to go out there and embrace the widest number of participants possible.
All right, Bill, we're going to leave it there. It's great to speak with you and hope you come back to FAST and update us on how this is going. Bill Shihara of Bittrex. Let's try this. Oftentimes you talk about the cryptocurrencies themselves in terms of up or down or when to buy or whatnot, but this is really the picks and shovels sort of approach to covering this space.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think that last question is important for our viewers in a way, too, because, last year I opened a Coinbase account along with 15 million other people. So the question about retail was really interesting, that BK would say to me, hey, look at this one, this is kind of interesting, and then I had to go to Bittrex, and they actually didn't have a mobile app, and it was a little clunky, and I had to move Bitcoin over there to buy.
Bittrex mobile app is actually really easy to use. I use it on my browser, so this guy is full of it.
Buy another token. So the idea that he focused on, a platform that was kind of like institutional looking, and now they're thinking about retail. I think that's where you're going to get the most innovation. When you talk about, are you the Schwab or the E-Trade of the 90s, giving people access to this stuff, you need competition. You need to push each other, and we're going to have the best tools to kind of manage, I think, risk in this.
It was interesting to hear him talk about due diligence and doing due diligence on every token and making sure tokens are utility tokens. That has been a big hang up for the other exchanges.
It has been, and it's unclear at this point in time.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I've worked with Bittrex on some of these coins, and they do a pretty good job of really vetting some of these out. There's some other exchanges out there that you can get on if you just give them enough money, you'll get on the exchange. In my experience, that is not the case at all with Bittrex, and they've done a really good due diligence job.
Right.
One exchange that you can literally list anything, and I might as well put it out there, is EtherDelta. If you haven't messed around, go to EtherDelta. It's literally gambling or lotto scratchers, but like I said, you can do really well, and it's actually really funny. And I think anyone that's been in crypto, and you've been doing investing for 6-7 months, and you have money to burn, check out EtherDelta, because it's a joke how easy it is to list some of these coins, and it's just a good lesson because there's so much crap out there. So be careful. Check that out. But it's just interesting that Fast Money, I just really feel like they're pushing Ripple. I don't know about you guys, but it just seems like they're trying to get people onto Bittrex, because Bittrex does have a way to take your USD and obviously buy Ripple and buy other currencies. So maybe I'm being a conspiracy artist or whatever, but covering Fast Money the last couple. And what's even more interesting, I actually want to bring this up, is so the parts where I don't cover Ripple, they get flagged. And I don't know if you've noticed, but some of my YouTube videos that I've made get taken down. That's why I come in and out sometimes, just to maybe not get the video taken down. But everything I've covered that's Ripple, they don't do copyright. So I guess they don't care about copyright issues if it's pro Ripple and you're pushing Ripple. But I don't know, maybe I'm just being paranoid. But it's just really interesting that my Ripple videos don't go down, but my other videos that cover things that are not Ripple or ways to get Ripple with USD. So I'm confident that this video will probably stay up and not get flagged.